Hey guys, how's everything going? This is JSer. So let's continue our journey to CSS. In this video, I'm going to briefly look through the pseudo elements. Okay, so this is the document on MDN. Okay, the pseudo elements use two columns at the start, and the first is before after, right? Before after, I think we use these two a lot to add some like like the example here, add some text or some style like arrows. I usually create a triangles of a square by using before after. So this is the pseudo elements. It's very useful. You can add some elements at the beginning or at the end without interfering with the main content. And you see, by using the position, like here, I think, the case here, by applying the position absolute, you can create a relative depositioning of these pseudo elements, which here is a div. Yeah, it's a div and with some rotation and border. So this is actually a rectangle rotated by 45 degrees, and now it's creating a checkbox, a check. Cool. So yeah, so actually this kind of style is just oak scenery. I think it's something that trivial, not that important, and it's best use case for before after. Okay, so for the usage, the content, if you can use add some text in it or leave it empty. Yeah, both is okay. Okay, so this is before after. Yeah, and the next one is FirstLetter. Actually, I didn't know this before. Let's take a look at what it can do. Well, a leader just from the naming, it applies styles for the first letter of the first line of a block level element, but only when not preceded by other contents such as images or inline tables. Well, let's jump directly to the example here. My heading. This is sample paragraph. It adds the pseudo elements here. P double colon, a first letter. It means the first letter right after the heading, right? This is the heading. The first letter is L. Well, this is pretty cool. Let's take a look at the source. You see that actually this L. Okay. Wait a minute. And here, yeah, if we change this to something like say H3, yeah, it's just a normal paragraph, and we can just emphasize the first letter by using these first letter pseudo elements. So actually, just different from before after. Before after is used to insert a new content, but first letter is actually allows you to select the first letter. Right? Select the first letter and apply some style. Well, this is a typical use to emphasize the first letter. I think it's usually used in like English newspapers. I don't know. So for those kind of typography. Okay, so yeah, this is another example. Other languages, we must pay attention that the first letter includes the punctuation. Yeah, like the quotes here. Well, this actually will be considered as a whole for as the first letter. Cool. So this is the first letter. Remember, and this single colon is for CSS2, right? So we should use double colon from now on. Okay, first letter, very useful. Next one, placeholder. Yeah, I use this a lot. I think we all know what this is doing. Like for input, we add a placeholder. We can set the color. Yeah, this for color red. Type placeholder is red. Well, you should not use red. You should just like use like gray or some opacity. Okay, so you see for some browsers for Edge requires a vendor prefix. Well, I think you're using post-CSS or SAS. It will add it adds the vendor prefix for you. So remember placeholder to modify the style of the placeholder. Okay, the next one is a backdrop. I don't know what backdrop is. Some example here. Video backdrop like this. See the example in action. Okay. In this example, we see a video demonstration movie. You can toggle full screen mode by pressing enter. Okay. So so what's the difference? Backdrop. Huh? What? The backdrop is a box. The size of the viewport, which is rendered immediately beneath any elements being presented in full screen mode. I don't know what it is talking about. When multiple elements have been placed into full screen mode, the backdrop is drawn immediately beneath the frontmost, such as elements and on top of the older full screen modes. Ah, okay. So it works like a mask of the model, right? Top pop-up. Okay. In this example, the backdrop style used when a shift is configured to be a gray-blue color rather than the black it defaults. Let's see on the glitch. It's only used for the full screen. Okay, let's see the style here. Oh no. Videos. No. What? Here? There is no backdrop. I'm sorry. So it says oh yeah, here. Oh, I see. Okay, so yeah, it's used for changing the background of in full screen mode. I see. Well, if you're using full screen, please remember that backdrop can be used for that. Okay, let's skip this one. Next one is first line. It's just the same as first letter. Rather than first letter, and now we could modify the style of the first line. You see the paragraph here? We change the first line to blue letters. Cool. Yeah, we can change it to red. And also we change it to uppercase using text transform. Great. Is there a last line something? Just curious. Okay. Let me try. Last line. No. Let's change this style here. Edit as HTML. Just curious. No. It looks like people only modify the first line. Okay. Next one is selection. Yes, I see a lot of usage around the internet for a lot everywhere. I think yeah. See, you select something here. Default, it should be something like this, like light blue. Now you can change the color and background like this. Now it's become a red background and color in gold. This is default, and this is the another one set blue background and white color. Cool. Selection. Before, if we already talked about it, grammar error. Grammar error is allow you to, like, my friends is, it should be my friends are. So there should be a curvy underline red, right? If you're using Word and other word editor, it will give you a hint about the syntax, but it's not supported yet, so we cannot see the example. Another one is slotted. This one is about a shadow DOM. So I'll skip the detail of the shadow DOM. Actually, I don't know that. I don't know much of it either. Let's just jump to the example. So you see, this is a template. Actually, just a document fragment, and there is a like some holes in this template, which is called a slot. So now we could create this shadow DOM and using this template. And so we are saying this p tag, it should be put in the slot person name. See, this is a slot person name, and another slot is double these items under an unordered list. This is person age and person occupation. So now span. This span should be put into this slot, and this span should be put into this slot. And there should be some style, right? Yeah, here. By using the style here, pseudo-elements slotted for all elements should be gray. You see all those 3 slots all have color of gray, right? So for these elements here, it actually wait a minute. Yeah. For these elements, this shadow root is invisible for us. We only see these 3 elements. So when we are defining the styles, we are defining the styles in the slots, right? Okay, these p reveal. What is p reveal? Okay, slot person name. This is this, right? P. Let's see. What if we don't have this style and define P as color red? You see, even if we define P and this is the P added to the slot, it doesn't work, right? It doesn't work. So if you want to define the elements in the slot, we must use the slot like this. So we could set it to gray or set it to red. What if we just define the styles outside of a shadow DOM? And wait a minute. Allow me to, okay, remove the style here. It should be black default. Now we change the color here, red. Okay, so the style actually will be put in the slot as well, right? If we define the style here, like okay, here we can have some style here. Okay, here, he, color blue. Okay, you see all the p tag actually under this will be blue. It will be applied also, even if it's in the slot. So yeah, this is actually a slot. It is used to override the styles. Oh, great. So this is for slot. What take a deeper look into it when we are learning about the shadow DOM. Okay, so next one is Q. What is Q? Q pseudo-elements matches web VTT queues with the selected elements. Okay, so it could be used to style captions. Oh, I see. A lot of properties could be used, and yeah. So if you, I think for YouTube, the caption was customized, so I think it doesn't use these Q, right? Yeah, if you just want to use some of the default caption UI, but I want to modify the color or background a little, you can use Q. Another one is Q region. Well, the Q actually uses multiple lines, right? You could think of the paragraph as a series of inline span. So the square, the bounding the rectangles are not a whole. It's just some smaller lines put together. And if you want to modify the apply styles for the whole region, you can use this Q region. I believe what this is for. Okay, next one, a marker. Marker allows you to modify the marker box of a listed item. So this is an unordered list. We use marker and we can change the color. Wow, this is cool. So actually in my current project, we created a lot of these customized style. Well, we just put separate DOM elements and apply style to it. So this is marker color size. If we I see. So if the list style, I think list style. Okay. Oh, yeah. If you use some what is this divan? Okay, we use Hangul, Korean. If you use Korean language, and we could also change the color, right? Yeah. Wow, this is cool. We could use a marker. Yeah, fantastic. This is fantastic. And sad animation and transitions are not supported, but basically for most major browsers, they all support it, so it's cool. Next one is part. Part is also related to shadow DOM. Actually, I cannot understand this, but from the code, we see that this is a template, and you see for each DOM elements here, there will be a special property called part, like part active, part tab, and we could use this pseudo elements part to apply different styles to it, and then we create a shadow DOM based on these template, and you see we can apply something like this. I see. So I'm not used to why do we need this part. Okay. Well, we'll jump to this in the future. I'll skip it now. The last one is spelling error. A typo, right? Okay. So if there's a typo, we could, this is the standard wavy red underline, like this one. Oh, yeah, this is it. It says Chrome is not supporting it yet, but actually it supported. And editable. I'm sorry. So when it's in editable mode, like text input, the browser will give us this hint of misspelling, but it's not the style wavy red, right? So yeah, actually Chrome does not support it yet. It's actually gives us the ability to change the style, right? Something else other than this red dot. Yeah, default is red dot. Okay. Okay. So this is it. This is all for the pseudo elements. Hope it helps. I personally have found that, of course, before after is very useful. The next one is first letter, first line. It's useful for some special cases. Placeholder and selection, very useful. And marker is actually pretty cool. Another one is about shadow DOM, slotted apart. And the grammar error, spelling error is useful for complex input, like editor or something. The Q is for the videos, full screen, and backdrop. Okay, so this is it. Hope it helps. See you next time. Bye-bye.